buonasera. Allora, per chi leggerà all'inizio proprio fresca fresca questa live, leggerà che staremo aspettando l'anniversario di DBD. Infatti ora per il momento, per chi verrà ora, giochiamo un po' a DBD, ve lo dico, un po' a War Thunder. Perché la live della Behavior, dove parlano di DBD e quindi dell'anniversario e quant'altro, la fanno tra mezz'ora. Tra mezz'ora, e l'evento lo fanno uscire alla fine della live. Il problema è che la live durerà almeno un'ora, quindi personalmente non mi va di iniziare la live alle 8:30. Quindi ho detto, sentite, sai che c'è? Ora giochiamo a War Thunder, almeno aspettiamo, e quando arriviamo che iniziano la live, ascoltiamo, magari nel frattempo io gioco, però io ascolto e vi dico un po' cosa dicono. Comunque hanno fatto uscire un 15 minuti di gameplay di Texans Chainsaw Massacre, sia gameplay Leatherface che Survivor. Ora la vera domanda è quando uscirà, perché non me lo ricordo, tanto l'avevo messo tra i preferiti e tra i cosi, pardon. Ora ve lo dico se l'hanno messa la data d'uscita, ma non credo. No, 18 agosto, è vero, l'avevano detto, perdono, mi sono sbagliato io. Quindi questo, mo aspetteremo che i nostri carissimi amici di Dead by Daylight facciano questa cosa, perché, ripeto, mi sarebbe dispiaciuto molto prolungare esageratamente l'inizio della live, perché arriva alle 8:30, da quando vi avevo detto le cose. Allora, per il momento metto i tag di War Thunder, poi li tolgo. Poi ditemi voi se volete che questa prima parte di live la elimino. Ora bisogna vedere quanto sarà lunga questa prima parte di live, perché se è troppo lunga la levo, anche perché non c'entra nulla. Magari quello che potevo fare era cominciare con Outlast, però davvero con quello voglio fare una live a parte. Allora, ok, eccoci qua, cattura gioco. Cattura gioco, War Thunder. Catturato War Thunder. Tutto Thunder, tutto torna. Mettiti Thunder, grazie. Signore, guardate il caro. Grazie a Dio. Ma... Oddio, no, non c'è più. No, vabbè, praticamente io avevo la schermata, in basso avevo la... Ah no, perché aspetta. No, ok, non era per questo motivo. Ho perso il coso? Aspetta un attimo, intanto... No, vedi? Non lo so. Vabbè. Allora, giochiamo un po' a 3-7, poi vediamo di passare un po' più sopra. Buonasera, Pat. Ora scrivo sul Discord. Sì, ora... Everyone. Everyone, listen. Niente. Giochiamo a War Thunder. E dopo questa partita lo scrivo anche su cosa, no? Vediamo la musica. Paraparappa. Tanto moriremo dopo 2 secondi. Colpo multiplo distrugge per primo diversi nemici di fila. Vengono contati solo i veicoli controllati dai giocatori. No, non l'avrei mai detto, guarda. Non l'avrei mai detto. Perché ci stanno pure i veicoli non controllati dai giocatori? Ci sta nella modalità con l'arcade la possibilità di... Ah, ne deve uccidere 3. Ma questo credo sia una sfida che abbiano tutti. Poi ci sono anche quelle lì che danno solo ad alcuni player, da quello che so. Poi boh, sta cosa non mi sono mai interessata. Comunque sapete che io sto proprio una pezza. Sto proprio uno schifo. Perché probabilmente prima avevo solo il mal di gola. Ora credo che ho pure un po' di raffreddore. Spero evito di voler prendermi anche magari una febbre, anche se un po' mi fa un po' calore, un po' troppo nella testa. Poi c'ho un dolore dietro la schiena. O questa è la vecchiaia che si avvicina un po' troppo presto, direi. Cioè, tipo 80 anni prima del dovuto. Oh, quel proiettile è stato colpo suo. Wow! Sì, io sto pure impazzendo grazie a questo star male. Probabilmente manco vedrò un carro armato davanti. Ah, lì a sinistra però avevo visto un blocco un po' troppo grigio. A me B su sta mappa non mi è mai piaciuta. A me in generale qualunque mappa con una casa non mi piace, pure la una, basta una. Mal di testa. Ma ragazzi, questa live così lunga. Dai, 2 live perché mi ho detto saranno 2 live, mi sa che mi porteranno alla morte. No, mi hanno rubato la kill lì, le antiere. Le forze alleate hanno conquistato la zona. Attenzione alla zona designata. Porco schifo, ma lo vai a fare. 0 kill, 0 kill, 0 kill. Porca miseria, 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 mannaggia il coso, al coso il drago, come si chiama lui? Ma c'è due nomi il coso, questo qui. No, il coso di drago e quell'altro sugli spruzzoni in cemento armato. Che si Dio, non mi ricordo. Anticarro qualcosa, vuoi chiamarli? Ostacoli anticarro. L'avevo visto, però non l'avrei ucciso lo stesso. Come, scusa? Però perché mi dice che non ho distrutto un carro anche se l'ho distrutto? Se fumano le canne, quelli della Gaging. Ecco, ora bannato dalla faccia della terra. Denuncio e contento diffamazione e calunnia. Sì, sì. Perfetto. Beh, almeno sarebbe un ottimo modo per evitarci DBD. No, scherzo. Mi sembra che potrebbe diventare un gioco per bene. Anche perché, cioè, un gioco per bene nel senso, visto che devono aggiungere molte cose. E a giugno ho questo killer nuovo, col nuovo surf e la nuova mappa. Oggi vabbè l'evento. E a luglio, penso a metà luglio, fanno uscire Nicolas Cage, è ufficiale perché hanno messo anche il concept, il teaser su proprio il canale ufficiale loro. Quindi... Scusate. Non potevo mutarmi proprio categoricamente. Categoricamente! Ma però sto fatto che... Scusa, io ho distrutto il carro e non me l'ha contato. Sta cosa però non mi ha fatto bene. Ma... Diceva, distruggi conseguenze... Ah, però aspetta. No, ok, ho capito. Effettivamente si dice consecutivamente. Cioè in una sola vita, giustamente. No, anche perché se intendeva... No, in realtà non so. Sto davvero uno schifo. Bombardiamo. Cozzamento. Sono i re si decapitano. Coordinaten. Yaul. Kartoffeln. Blitzkrieg Tactics. Ho visibilmente paura del mio possibile carne da macello. Per un attimo ho capito carro da macello. Dov'è? Mamma mia. Gradevole. Non ho paura di morire in qualunque momento. Come quello alla nostra destra, che ha avuto questa fortuna da che non sento bene. Ho paura vivamente che loro mi sentino bene, ma io non sento bene loro. Vabbè. No, ma ho fatto una manovra sbagliatissima io. Ma io questa mappa odio. Cioè, su 3 piccole cittadine, colline, proprio la mappa proprio per non dico chi. Ora si è rigirata la situazione. Loro hanno tutti e 3 i punti e noi 0. Kartoffel! No, no. Ma quasi quasi ti direi. No, ragazzi, facciamo così. Finiamo questa partita e passiamo su Outlast, va. Non ce la faccio proprio io a livello, dico, e mentale a giocare portando. Passiamo ad Outlast, ma facciamo solo una run. Riproviamo quella di ieri. Proviamo a fare una piccola speedrun. Così che poi stanotte, quando passiamo ad Outlast, proprio a lui solamente, abbiamo comunque sia la cosa ecco, che cioè non abbiamo più l'impegno di dover rifare quella perché visto tu Kartoffel. No, ok, come non detto, non era un carro. Pure sembra un carro. Uh, che verso è? Visto. Secondo colpo critico. No, scoppia. No, in mezzo a quei cespuglietti era un po' difficile. Ciaparlo subito. Dio mio. Artillerie Beschütze. cosa seria.
Ancora un piccolo sforzo e la vittoria sarà nostra.
Scusate, eh. Tanto questa no, vorrei giocare un attimo con lo yak. Se mi sbrigassi, però. Ok. Giocare un attimo con lo yak, giusto per fare due spari.
Le forze alleate hanno conquistato una zona.
The Red Baron. Where? We shall never surrender. We shall find on a bench. We shall never surrender. Where? Acchiappiamo l'antiaereo, guarda. Intanto qua da schioppa il B17. B17. Where? Non capisco se sono due antiaerei o uno. Ah, una sicura. L'altra credo sia un carretto. Quello è l'antiaereo. Due. Na. Mo ditemi quante probabilità c'erano che mi beccheva. Mi beccheva, manage le puttine. Quante probabilità c'erano che mi beccava il pilota. Cioè, sì, lo so. Allora, vi dicevo. DBD. Facciamo la run. Trials. Beh, Outlast Trials, perché se no. Quindi, ora andiamo a prendere un attimo al volo i tag di The Outlast Trials. Andiamoci a buttare quelli. Tanto ci abbiamo. Facciamo tipo 40 minuti di tempo. Salva. Chiudiamo War Thunder. Mi dispiace ragazzi. Scusa, sto un attimo rispondendo a Dado che purtroppo oggi non potrei esserci.
Non puoi vederlo perché siamo
No. No. Allora, qui rimettiamo la musica. Troppe cose allo stesso tempo, ma comunque ce la possiamo prendere tranquillamente con calma. Modifica. Va bene. Ho visto una cosa e mi ha visibilmente perplesso. Ah, qui come stanno? Allora, qui proprio manco come carica la pagina. Andiamo bene, come direbbe qualcuno. Andiamo bene. Ah, ma ah no, mo stanno a far vedere qualche clip. Poi questo è quello cinese, a me non mi interessa. Che carini, sono arrivati a 1 milione di iscritti. Ma che gli ha... Allora... Capirai, giochiamo ad Outlast Trials e nel frattempo sentiamo sti qua a sparare i genialate loro. Cioè, proprio un grande affare. È quello che potrei... Potrei, lo sapete cosa? Dissettiamo la quello che potrei fare è... Ma non so se me lo permettono. Di mettere in alto a sinistra un piccolo schermo dove ci sta lo streaming loro. Io ho visto delle persone farlo sul canale Viola. Ma lo fanno anche pure con le cose lì, come si chiamano, con tutti sti eventi, quindi non credo che mi facciano storia. Spero. Sì, vedi, comunque fanno lo streaming. Ah, facciamo così. Guarda voi, guardate Anfan cosa fa per voi. Per fortuna che i Cilio c'è. Ehm, potrei. Ok, forse una mezza idea. Ok, no, direi che questa la lasciamo, questa la eliminiamo. Scusate, Cattura schermo comunque lo lascio per sicurezza. Allora. Se io metto... Aspettate un attimo. E se io metto questo... ricordatevi DBD 7 ragazzi, che ci darà 400.000 blood points, capirei. Aspettate, ma questa la vede lì. Mostra un po' cosa mi fa. Se io metto questo... No. Quindi... E quindi... Di nuovi. Ci metto un attimo intanto. Faccio semplicemente cattura schermo volendo, mi sa. Automatico. No. Se io... Vabbè, allora facciamo una cosa così, Facciamo cattura la finestra. Ok, però datemi un attimo il tempo che faccio una cosa di questo genere. Ok, la finestra ora la vedete. La mettiamo lì in alto a sinistra, anzi qui in alto a destra almeno non rompe per quanto riguarda coso. E poi dopodiché non so se voi sentiate. Ah vabbè, questo è quello di coso, mi sa. Anzi, so certo, è quello di Nicolas Cage, avevo detto, l'avevano messo. No, non è Nicolas Cage. Cioè, è un intro semplicemente loro. Fatemi aggiungere un altro. Ok, penso che ora dovresti riuscire a sentire anche quello. Vi abbasso però l'audio di Outlast Trials.
Hello, good people of the fog. Welcome once again to Dead by Daylight's anniversary. 7 years later. So having been here from the start, it's kind of special, and I'm extremely proud to be here once more to celebrate this momentous occasion with all of you. We have quite a lot of really thrilling things to, show
Metti
you.
codi
I've
qui.
been here a little over a year now, and in that time I've been really blown away by the passion of the DBD player community. It's really something special.
They're awesome.
They are, and we take it really seriously. We don't take it for granted. And kind of along those lines, for me being here representing how we speak to our community, I just wanted you to know that we've actually taken the past year to expand our reach. We also have expanded where we are connecting with our players, because the players at the center of everything that we're doing. We want to be in more places to hear your feedback on all of the things that we're doing. So we're now on the Xbox official clubs, we're now on PlayStation News, we're talking on Steam forums, we're even getting more involved back on the Reddit with the moderators there. There'll be more AMAs coming up from the team, and even live streams like you're seeing right now, we want to make more regular again. So look forward to all of that coming over the next year. Now I think I couldn't forget the most important platform of them all. No joking aside.
Quello sulla sinistra è Matthew Cody, ragazzi, sappiate.
We found that there's actually a really thriving DBD community on TikTok, and we want to be there talking to you, creating fun content with you. So we're really happy to be there. But I think we should move on with the show itself. Did you know, Matt, that over the 7 years, there's been over 1.8 billion trials?
What?
Yes, billion with a B. And
Miliardi, ragazzi.
DBD is not slowing down at all.
We wouldn't know how.
No, we wouldn't, and we couldn't. So let's talk through what you're going to see today. We're going to kick things off with the Year 8 roadmap that's going to show you everything that's coming across the year to DBD. Following that, we're going to take you through the reveal of our next chapter, which is some incredible original stuff you're not going to want to miss.
Ok, prossimo capitolo con delle cose originarie, sono curioso.
And then a new segment has come to the show. This is actually something that's really cool. We're going to take you beyond the core game of DBD to show you
vederlo anche io questo.
how we're expanding other places and in other ways that you might not be expecting.
Quest'oggi,
Very exciting. Speaking of exciting, we have new cosmetics to reveal as well that I think are going to surprise people. I'm so psyched about those. Chapter,
allora, roadmap dell'anno 8, capitolo 28 reveal, che è quello di giugno, miglioramenti di gameplay, qualità della vita migliorata, questa è la traduzione Euroter, vabbè, niente di che. In-game celebration penso intenda le ricompense d'evento.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the roadmap segment of this 7th year anniversary stream for Dead by Daylight. I'm Stéphane Beauchamp, head of production.
And I'm Justin Brown, product director. We're really glad to be here celebrating another amazing year of Dead by Daylight with you.
Today in this segment, we'll have a look at our upcoming pillars for year 8, as well as our chapters plans and the archives and tomes updates that we have planned for the year. Before going any further, I do want to take a brief moment to give a big shout out to the amazing team that's been working on the game for the past years. They put amazing effort and dedication into that and really allow us to get the game to the state it is today. It's just absolutely amazing and a pleasure to work with the entire team.
Agreed.
Over the past year, we've put out 2 particularly interesting chapters, I feel, amongst others. But first, Forging Fog has allowed us to tap into a new theme which we've never really had a chance to before. Medieval, which is something we hadn't explored. So our first foray into that and how that ties into the horror themes and all was very interesting to navigate. And the second one, for the first time, we have released a first ever sequel to a licensed chapter in Resident Evil Project W. Such a
No,
great
vabbè,
cool
sì,
addition
dicono
to the game, I
che
think,
per la prima
bringing
volta
in a
hanno
lot of
fatto un
characters
sequel, ha
people
detto.
love, and they have been
Sì,
really
sì.
fun to play with ourselves.
Ah, un
Absolutely.
loro
West
DLC
2 was
perché
so well done,
giustamente
one of my
loro avevano
favorite
fatto
killers
uscire
to
prima
play,
Nemesis
personally. And it was
e
right
poi
around
hanno
the time
fatto
that he
uscire
released that we also
Wesker
did the Prestige update,
l'anno scorso.
making it easier
L'update
than
dei
ever for you to sort of unlock
prestigi,
all of
no?
your perks throughout all of your characters. We also,
Sì.
you know, shortly after the Prestige update, reduced the
Sì,
blood point
dicono che
total
grazie
across the board web
all'aggiornamento
for
dei
all
prestigi
items.
hanno permesso di
We followed that up
ridurre
with bots,
i
survivor
costi.
bots specifically in custom matches,
Cosa
which is
succede?
super useful. Practice your killer in a custom match.
I
It's awesome.
costi su coso.
We
Vabbè.
did two important quality of
Per
life
quanto
updates to the
riguarda le
archive.
spese di
One
Blood
being the ability to
Points.
select quest per role, and then the second just that
Beh,
in-game
guarda,
post notification so you can track progress in a match, which is ever so helpful. And then
mi aveva
last but
detto
not
di
least,
botto,
last year
però non ho
we
più seguito
said we
perché
were going to
stavo
make our
parlando
events
di
bigger and better, and we feel like we really delivered that with last year's Halloween. Probably the biggest, best event we've done.
Hanno
in
detto
Dead by
che
Daylight to
l'ultimo
date.
evento di Halloween forse è stato uno anche dei migliori che hanno fatto
We're
di
going to give
eventi
you
in
guys a
questi
first
anni.
peek at the upcoming content you can expect us to release throughout this next year. First and foremost, of course, there are going to be again
4 nuovi capitoli e includono killer anche. Questa qui è la roadmap. Sì, però non
two
so se-
survivor-only chapters being released in this next year.
Questo ci fa vedere il tutto, però in quel Redacted in realtà... No, aspetta, no,
We've been
questo.
used to over the
Ma è
past.
quella lì dell'anno
Going to be
8.
again 4 new chapters that include killers.
E ok.
But in a strange twist, what you will notice on the graphic today.
Ok, ci dice che comunque oltre ad esserci 4 nuovi capitoli che includono tutti i killer, vi sono anche 2 bonus che includono survival. Vi dico già, questo di luglio parla di Nicolas Cage.
Is that there are also
Cioè dice, se fate caso le grafiche,
in this next year.
A lot to unpack,
Ah, le
changing
grafiche,
the
le
pace a little
grafiche,
bit,
non
but
ricordo.
it's not straying too far away from what we've been used to over the past. Those additions to the game.
Yes.
So more to come later this year. In addition to that, moving away from the chapters, we will also have 4 new tomes
4
added
nuovi
to the
tomi,
game throughout the year
quelli
as we usually
stagionali.
have over the past years. So, moving
Non lo
away
so
from
se
our
l'anno
chapters and
scorso avevano
archives,
fatto
we'll now deep dive
la
into the 4
roadmap.
pillars that compose
Non
the roadmap
credo,
for the year, and
conoscendoli.
as players will see, they're a continuity from what we've been doing over the last years. So,
Of course, and though the pillars might look the same, the projects we work on under each pillar changes from year to year. The first pillar is something we've already talked about, events evolution, we're calling this pillar. We do plan on taking our 4 sort of pillar events and making them even bigger, even better than they have been in the past,
Nina.
including last year's Halloween, which we plan on sort of one-upping again this year. But
Ok,
in addition to
l'ultimo
those 4 pillar
Halloween.
events, we're also going to look at adding a few more smaller events
Poi
spread
devo
throughout
fare
the
di là
year.
per aprirlo.
and for those of you who have been with us for a long time, you might already know the smell of
miseria.
barbecue is in the game. I know you love barbecue.
Love barbecue.
We all do. For those of you who don't, well,
Cosa ha
you'll get
fatto
to see
barbecue?
it very shortly. But really, the goal is to give you more to play with at all times in the game and something to work towards too.
Penso che parlano del
Second pillar
fattore
is
delle varie
trust and
modifiche ai
security,
perk,
which is more
comunque
important to us than
come
ever in Dead by Daylight.
solite cavolate
This
loro.
pillar both reflects the systems that we're putting in place to make the game more secure, but also the way we're communicating with our players. The first one, the former of those, we're really excited to say that we're about to launch a vulnerabilities disclosure program, which will allow us to work with people in the wild to report potential threats about the game, about our servers, etc., and really facilitate
Appena
us
abbiamo un
closing
momento di...
those potential weaknesses that we knew or did not know about within the game. So very, very excited to launch this. This is going to be coming up in the near future, so you can stay tuned for more.
Cos'è che
info
sta
about that.
per venire? La
Super
morte?
excited for when we're able
Sì,
to share
io
a
sì.
little bit more information with everybody. Next up, we're also
Oh no.
going to be looking at revamping our sort of streaming strategy. We want to make sure that
Che
we're
le strategie, non è uno
you, our
strategy
players,
games
more often
DBD,
offer a higher level of
sappiatelo.
transparency, discuss sort of
Trasparenza, che è la
updates
trasparenza
and
su che
progress on
cosa?
a lot of the features
Faccia
and
schifo il
initiatives we're
gioco.
going to be announcing and talking about throughout this stream
Scherzo,
today.
non fa troppo schifo DBD.
We plan on doing that by doing live streams more consistently to celebrate, you know, new chapter releases, large key beats, and generally just being in contact with you, our community, consistently throughout the year. One
Sì,
of those
dicono
topics
che
is
comunque
very
in
likely
tutti
to be
questi
our
anni
next pillar, which
sono
is life
rimasti molto
balance, a topic
spesso a
that's,
fianco alle loro
very dear to
community,
us. It's something I spend
tramite
a
oltre
lot
a
of time
stupidaggini
thinking
da
about
behavior.
and worrying about. And something that I won't go too deep into today, because we will be talking about our life balance plans in a little bit.
Ok, vogliono
We'll have
parlare
that
dei
just
loro
coming
piani
up
di
in a future
bilancio,
segment
cioè
and
di
talk about
bilanciamento,
what kind of
perdono.
projects we
Bilancio è
have
un'altra
planned
cosa,
for the
non
coming
credo che
months on
DBD
that
si metta a fare i
specifically.
piani di
Very
bilancio con
excited,
noi.
very important for
Anche
us,
perché non
and
mi va
we
di
know
ascoltare i
how
piani di
dear to the
bilancio di
community's
DBD.
heart this also is a pretty hot topic in general, I would say. Last but not
Topic,
least,
se
quality of
proprio.
life is a staple pillar on which we have continuously worked throughout the years, and this is all about the UI and feature improvements we make to the game as a more general type of thing.
Sappiamo
One
le
improvement we did
batterie
last
in
year
realtà.
was the Survivor HUD, which facilitates exchange and communication between players, even if they're not talking with each other directly, to make sure you can always make a better decision as a survivor.
Stanno
when you're
parlando del
playing the game,
fattore
because you know
che
what's
come renda
happening a
difficile
little
ai
bit more than you
player,
used to
anche
in the
se non
past.
parlano, cioè
In addition to
che
that,
è
we've talked
difficile
about
per i
the improvements we made
sopravvissuti
to the progression and made it
giocare
faster to
non
level
potendo
up.
parlare.
But we made it even faster by allowing you to just spend a ton of blood points almost instantaneously. And just
Quindi che
get it
vogliono
done and
fare?
get it
Vogliono
through
mettere la
with your
chat vocale?
with upgrading your characters and leveling up much faster in the blood
Mi
web.
servirebbe
feels
un
great.
motore da
It
lanciare al
does.
tizio.
And finally, the map repeat prevention feature, which was released a few months ago, which, again, another addition. There's a lot of maps into the game. Some of you might have felt like, even if you're playing for just an hour,
Io
you're
non ci sono
often
molte
tapping like
mappe
2 or
nel
3 times
gioco.
into the same map and such, and this is really preventing that from happening as much as possible, so a very cool addition. We're not going to go too much in detail today, but at least in this specific segment, to talk more about quality of life features. But we'll have two new faces, Rafael and Pamela, who are going to be coming up in a future panel and talk to you about some of the projects we have planned and even show you
Pannello.
a few features that we have under works right now and that are going to be coming up in your hands fairly shortly.
Excellent. There's a lot we look forward to sharing with you in this stream today. And we thank you again for an amazing 7 years celebrating Dead by Daylight with us. And we look forward
Sì,
to many
ok.
more. Next up is our friend Dave
Purtroppo sì,
Richard to
dobbiamo
give you a
celebrarlo
first look at
insieme,
our
se
next
chiama-
upcoming Dead by Daylight chapter. Enjoy.
Ok.
Hey, I'm Dave Richard, Creative Director of Dead by Daylight. I'm super happy to be with you today to celebrate our 7th anniversary and to show you a first look at our latest chapter and transmission. Let's take a look
Ah,
at the
questo
trailer.
però lo voglio vedere insieme a voi. Questo è il nuovo capitolo.
It wasn't programmed to harm the crew. It was supposed to help us build a safer home, but something happened.
Che?
It became self-aware. It has no empathy. It doesn't feel pain. It learns at an impossible rate, and it won't stop until we are dead.
Non si sarebbe mai fermata fino a quando non si è mai morto tutto. Allora, può lanciare delle cose che sparano degli altri piccoli schifi, a sua volta si può tippare? A parte credo che sia la cosa più inquietante che abbiamo visto, io l'avevo visto. Il nuovo killer si chiama The Singularity. 13 giugno! Nemmeno troppo.
As you just saw in the trailer, this original chapter brings us into a completely new genre of horror
Sì,
for Dead
perché
by
non avete
Daylight.
mai fatto nulla
We
di
are going
genere.
to explore sci-fi horror. So this will bring
Lo
us to a
Sapphire,
distant,
infatti ho
unknown
detto.
planet, and will feature characters from a possible future. Traditionally, I would be taking some time with you today to go over the characters and the map of the chapter, but this year we're doing things a little bit differently, with a behind-the-scene video. We want to show you the process of creating a chapter, but also show you
Il processo non aver
that you
creato il
might not have
capitolo.
seen before, of amazing people that are working hard to make these chapters possible. Let's take a
Non ho ben capito cos'altro ha detto. Delle bellissime persone che hanno creato il capitolo.
For the anniversary, we've
Vediamo un
prepared
attimo.
a very special original chapter.
On a de la chance
ecco.
sur Dead by Daylight d'avoir un lore qui permet beaucoup de flexibilité et de possibilités.
This is a big deal for the Dead by Daylight
Francese.
universe. because we're going
La
to explore
mappa
a new
mi sembra
genre in
figa.
horror. We're going sci-fi.
È vero, non l'hanno mai fatto nulla di fantascientifico.
I think that any kind of subject and genre can be rewrapped and reimagined as horror, and sci-fi is definitely not an exception. There are three big themes that we wanted to explore in that new realm. First of all, it's clearly an alien world. We wanted you to feel like you are far from home, that you are lost
Come
in
se
space.
fossi perso nello
The second one
spazio.
is that we wanted to make sure that the human technology looked weak, lo-fi, so that you never feel safe within these constructions that
Praticamente
they brought on the set.
hanno voluto far
And the last
sembrare e
thing we've
vedere
added to
che
the
le
mix
tecnologie
are
umane
traces of
fossero
a long-lost
deboli,
alien civilization.
così che tu non
Comme
ti
vous pouvez
sentissi
imaginer,
mai
toute
al
l'équipe
sicuro
a été
anche
très
in
excitée
luoghi
de travailler sur un chapitre
proprio
pareil de
umani e
science-fiction. Le
quant'altro.
gros challenge et en même temps l'intéressant défi qu'on a eu, ça a été d'amener toute cette consistance, cette relation
Così sono
entre
i
les
sidoni e
personnages, l'environnement. Tout a
sioni.
été
Cioè,
pensé visuellement pour que le joueur se sente en danger constant.
di
Et
dare
l'attention
l'impressione
est
a player di
accentuée par
essere in
la présence de ce
continuo
tueur
pericolo.
qui est une intelligence artificielle
No,
qui se
comunque
nourrit de
sta
l'environnement
cosa sembra...
et qui est intéressé par récupérer plusieurs ressources pour se construire
No,
un
ma
corps
a parte
parfait
penso sia un
pour
bottone.
devenir l'arme ultime.
Ha creato un corpo perfetto
Les
come
joueurs vont
arma
explorer
perfetta.
une jungle hostile et sauvage
È
d'un
come
autre
se
monde.
fosse
Tout est
una
designé dans cette
giungla
jungle pour
selvaggia
pouvoir
ostile,
One aspect I really
proveniente da un
enjoyed was
altro
that
mondo.
it was a jungle, so we could make it super dense, super threatening in the organic design and the design
Sì,
of the
hanno
plants.
fatto una
Everything
giungla organica
kinda looks like
comunque,
it
cioè,
could
nel
kill
senso,
you. We tried to
ogni
have,
cosa
like,
ti può
very
uccidere, lo sto
creepy
per dire io,
texture,
invece l'ha
very
detto lui.
organic texture you would find in nature. We
Ti
would
potrebbe
try
uccidere.
to bring it into the designs of the plants and the vegetation in general. For the main building, the idea was to show that was a safe space for the characters. As you can see,
Per
it's
la
all
struttura
stills.
principale
It's,
volevano dare
elevated
l'impressione
compared
di un
to the
luogo
map. The idea
sicuro
was to
per
show
il
that the
personaggio
map is very
principale,
dangerous and this place should be safe
cioè
for you.
per il personaggio. Non ho
But
letto,
the
non ho
interesting idea
letto
we
né
had is
sentito se ha
that
detto
once you get
characters,
into
quindi
the
al
structure,
plurale.
it's actually more dangerous or looks more threatening to you.
Ora
The
non posso
singularity
vedere.
is an AI that is
È
supposed to help the
un'intelligenza
human crew
artificiale.
settle on this new planet. But while it was scouting, it got in touch with a piece of old alien technology and was enlightened. And now it wants to overthrow.
Non ho
and kill
sentito,
all.
cioè praticamente
So
andando in
this killer
contatto
is
con
an
della
interesting
vecchia
take on the
tecnologia
sci-fi.
aliena ed è
We're
impazzito.
used to see
Mi
organic
sembra di sentire
character, using pieces
Lies.
of machinery to become more
Sbaglio.
powerful. But the singularity is doing it in reverse. It is a simple piece of technology using a cloning technology to get organic material and flesh to become more powerful.
Well, the inspiration of the
materiali
killer design
organici
was,
come
we always
la
wanted to do
carne.
a sci-fi killer, so you're going to be able to go around the map and set up these biopods, spread your consciousness inside of these biopods, and then if you're able to catch a survivor inside of
Biopods.
your reticle, you'll be able to infect them, appear next to them, and then you'll be able to attack them and keep the chase going. One of the important things for survivors is teamwork, trusting each other, working together. So with this killer, one of its abilities in the slipstream is that once a survivor is tagged or infected, you can spread that influence to other survivors, and it does so automatically. So survivors will be less likely to work together, and there'll be more discord between them.
In realtà non l'ho ben sentito perché purtroppo ero impegnato, però ho capito che infetta, roba del genere.
Qui a essayé de coloniser,
Decolonisi,
de
purtroppo questo, cioè per quanto ho
Plusieurs
potuto
signes
studiare un po' di
d'environnement
francese
que
non
les joueurs
posso
découvriront
capirlo
montrent que tout s'est
ascoltandolo,
pas très
mi
bien passé.
spiace.
Et
Più che altro
le
credo che
dernier
voi
survivant
nemmeno vediate più
de
di
cette
tanto. quindi-
expédition loupée, c'est Gabriel.
Sì, Gabriele, è Gabriele, quello l'ho capito. Di Gabriele. Si ne fondi la patria e tanto. Scusate dopo.
Away from the other survivors. He's able to protect the others.
So even though we are in a setting that's so far from home, in the future, we wanted to make sure that Gabriel was a grounded character, that any of us could recognize ourselves in it.
I'm super excited for players to try this map. I think it's great that sci-fi is finally in DBD. I think it's going to
Sì,
be
è
fun for them to
incredibile che
experience the
finalmente il
creepiness and the threatening
scientifico
vibe of
sia
this
su
map,
DBD,
and
sì, sono
I
contento
think
per
they're going to
loro.
really enjoy it.
c'était un sacré défi. J'espère que
Les
les
rallier
joueurs
ai figli.
apprécieront cette relation qui est entre tous nos
ce n'era uno
assets
qui.
d'environnement, de personnages, à cause de
Personaggi e personaggi.
et aussi par le travail qui a été effectué par toute notre équipe pour apporter l'expérience la plus immersive et dangereuse possible.
Mi dispiace, ma ripeto, non
I'm really
posso
excited for all of our players,
tradurre
survivors, and killers alike to be able to experience our
francese
first
al volo.
original sci-fi chapter and transmission.
As
Il
always,
prossimo
you'll be
capitolo
able
si
to
chiama
play with the content of this
Trasmissione,
chapter
fine delle
during the PTB
trasmissioni.
right after this broadcast. For everyone else, the chapter becomes available on June 13th. Before I leave, I
13
want to
giugno,
take some time and thank
disponibile
all
a
of you,
tutti.
veterans and newcomers alike, to play Dead by Daylight and to be part of this incredible journey with us. I want to wish you a happy 7th anniversary.
No, quindi
May the
cambia
year
ogni-
be filled with fun and surprises. Next up, we have Natalie and Jeff to talk about some gameplay improvement coming this year.
Ah, quando ha detto Jeff pensavo che era Jeff Johannes.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie, Team Lead Community Manager for Dead by Daylight, and I'm joined here today with a very special guest.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeff and I'm a game designer on Dead by Daylight.
Thank you so much for joining me,
Wow, che
Jeff.
personale, che ospite
A
speciale.
topic that is always top of mind for our community, gameplay. So we have some quick updates for you today. Jeff, let us know what they are.
Well, as you know, the game design team has many features and updates planned for this year. However, we'll be focusing on 3 specific topics today. We're going to be talking about continued gameplay updates, map balance, and finally, plans to address face camping in Dead by Daylight.
I'm excited to dive into these quick updates, so without further ado, let's jump right in. I know last year we launched one of the biggest perk updates in Dead by Daylight ever, and it significantly shifted the Dead by Daylight perk meta as a whole. But
Il meta
that's
dei
not what we're going to be
perk,
talking
che
about
vogliono
today.
pasta
That's
volta.
happened in the past. What we're going to be focusing on a little bit more is the process that we're looking to take consistently moving forward as a community and design team when it comes to these gameplay updates. So, Jeff, what more can you share with us on that?
Well, as you said, last year we launched our biggest perk update ever in Dead by Daylight, and it had a significant impact on the perk meta. We saw a lot of perks
Sì,
fall out of the meta
vogliono
and new perks rise to the top.
migliorare
This was
il
completely natural.
gameplay
Like,
di
the players are
DBD
the ones that drove
riguardante
this change
al
after the changes went live.
meta
And
dei
it was super
perk,
interesting to
perché
see
se
that.
loro attualmente sicuramente sarà sbilanciato
Moving
per averlo
forward, or
dentro.
for this year, we're not planning to have a major shakeup like we did last year. Instead, we revisited our live design process to allow us to make changes at a faster rate. Instead, we'll be focusing on smaller, more focused balance updates with each update this year.
That makes a lot of sense, and of course, it's one of the reasons why we listen so closely to player feedback as a whole. But it does sound
È
like
proprio
we're
per
going to be able
questo
to
motivo che
integrate
ci
some of that
tengono
feedback
molto ai
that we're bringing
feedback
back
dei
to your team,
player.
and we're discussing when it comes to these kinds of updates a little bit faster than before. Am I right?
Absolutely. And I think the best example for that was the previous PTB that we had. We had a proposed list of changes that went onto the PTB.
L'ha fatto da solo,
We gave a lot of feedback, and your team reported that to us, and we made some small adjustments. Well, we made quite a few adjustments to it, and it went live, and I think that everyone was pretty happy with the result. So our intention with this change is really to give us the flexibility to analyze, adjust, and observe the outcome more frequently.
Con
That way,
questo
similar to what happened with the previous
aggiornamento devono
PTB, if a change
semplicemente migliorare
doesn't
la
go as we envisioned,
flessibilità
we can
del
readjust it
gameplay.
before it goes live, and even after it goes live, right?
Well,
Like,
no.
we're still listening for feedback, and we'll make further adjustments if needed.
Exactly. It's this ongoing process that never really ends. So I think that's something really important to highlight. But of course, we know that this doesn't only apply to things like perks and add-ons. We also are aware of some of the comments you folks are leaving about maps. So we are very happy to announce that moving forward, we plan on having map balancing as part of these regular gameplay updates as well. What more do you have to say on that, Jeff?
First, I mean, I can already hear the players rejoicing from really far away because this has been a hot topic for a very long time in Dead by Daylight. And I think you'll agree, and the players probably agree too, that most maps in Dead by Daylight are seen as either killer-sided or survivor-sided. And our goal with integrating into the live design process is really to make them feel more balanced, so creating a more even playing field for both sides. We started this process with the recruits and police department. Then we followed suit with the Barrier of Colors map, and finally with the most recent ones with Blood Lodge and Gas Heaven. And what's great about these changes is that they can be as small as moving a small location for totems or generators to reviewing pallet safety so we can make a pallet more safe or less safe to bigger things like changing the map layout or
Non ho capito,
changing
vogliono
building
modificare
layouts.
alcuni
Yeah, it's
loot?
super exciting. I know
Perché ha
our
parlato
team's
di
already coming through
alcuni
a
più
lot of the
safe,
feedback.
alcuni
Your team's
meno.
already looking at how we
Non
can
ho sentito la
integrate some of
parte
that
prima perché
feedback.
sono stato
But looking
preso da
toward the
uno
future a little bit
spuntone.
more, what kind of maps are we going to be targeting next? I think I know what it might be.
Un
We need a drum
gaccettino?
over here,
I
like,
know.
we really do. Because this one is a big one, and I'm sure that the longtime players will be ecstatic to hear that the next two maps that we're targeting are some of the most notorious maps in Dead by Daylight. I'm talking about two cold wind farm maps, Fractured Cowshed and Rancid Abattoir. But what's important
Vogliono
to
modificare due mappe della
integrating this into the
Coldwin
live design process means that we'll be
perché secondo
listening to
loro non
feedback
sono
and making
abbastanza
further adjustments as we
bilanciate,
go.
sono poi
Yeah,
oltretutto alcune
definitely.
tra
And
le
it's
più
also one of the
conosciute
reasons
su
why it's
DBD,
so
effettivamente è
crucial
vero.
that you let us know what your feedback
E
is
ha
regularly
detto,
through the
oddio non mi
official channels
ricordo, la
in
Fractured
particular.
Cowshed,
Of course,
quindi è
I believe we're going to be having this update
fattoria
for Coldwind going live sometime before the end of the summer, so make sure to keep your eyes and your
non mi ricordo
ears
come la traduce in
peeled
italiano.
for more information.
l'altro
You
non
know
mi
I had to sneak in a
ricordo
corny
come
punt. You know it.
L'altro è nominato, non me la ricordo
Finally, in
affatto.
terms of our quick
Devo essere
updates,
sincero.
we have one more feature that we wanted to discuss.
Però comunque
And
le
that
Coldwin,
is something
quindi
to
le
do
mappe del
with
grano per
face
farti
camping.
capire.
So if you're new to Dead by Daylight, if you've never heard this term before, face camping is basically a term used to describe a killer that's standing directly in front of a hook survivor. They're not moving, they're waiting for that hook survivor to die on hook, and this is usually happening either for a large portion of the match,
Cosa
if
hanno
not the
detto che i
entirety
player
of the match. We know that face camping can be very, very
che i player
unpleasant for the
muoiono
person
sui
on
ganci?
hook,
Beh,
but
direi
of course
proprio di
also
sì.
in the
Cioè,
match. So we're looking to test out a new feature that's going to help combat face camping.
cioè credo
as a
proprio
whole.
che...
So Jeff,
ecco l'altro.
tell us how it works.
Well, the first thing I want to say is that as an Ultra 6 survivor, it's really difficult for me to play against someone who's face camping because I just want to help and I can't. So I'm stuck, you know, doing
Over
generators and stuff, which is fine, but I
there, see
can't
ya.
help my teammates. But yes, so the way the system works is that the hook survivor has a meter on their screen, and it fills up based on the killer's distance to the hooked survivor. So the closer the killer is, the faster it fills up. The further they are, the slower it fills up until it doesn't fill up at all because they're not within a certain radius. And once it's full, the hooked survivor can unhook themselves even in the second stage. And what's great about this is that they get the full benefits of being unhooked. So it's as though a teammate had unhooked them, or they unhook themselves with perks such as Deliverance. So for those of you who don't know, that means they'll get the haste status effect and the endurance status effect, so they're pretty safe at that stage.
That is so awesome to hear. I know folks at home are probably already thinking about a bunch of things on this topic, so I'm going to start by bringing probably one of the questions we're going to get, and that's what happens if the killer is forced to stay by the hook? So there's like multiple survivors swarming the hook, they're forced to stay in that radius. Is there any situation in which this feature might slow down or turn off or be otherwise affected?
Ok, questo l'abbiamo fatto. Andiamo uno da quell'altro.
Either slows down or
Sì, no,
turns
ci
off.
servirebbe
So
una
for the
tanchetta
first
di
one that you
benzina.
mentioned, where survivors are swarming the hook, as soon as there is one other survivor within that same radius, the meter will build up a lot more slowly. So the killer doesn't have to worry about survivors swarming the hook and being penalized for it. As for the second
Scusate, ma non sto
option that
sentendo
we talked about,
assolutamente
which
loro,
was
spero che voi
turning it off,
capiate.
once the exit gates are powered, the feature is completely turned off. So you can defend your only objective, again, without having to worry about the survivor unhooking themselves.
That makes a lot of sense. Of course, we're going to be so eager to hear what you folks are going to say on this matter. And for the most part, it really does sound like this feature is targeting those most egregious cases of face camping, where it's really used kind of in a spot that's way too early in the game, or in a
Perché
spot
ora
that's
ci
really
stavo
not
pensando.
gonna, make sure that
Io
the
mica
match is
avevo
as fun as
chiesto se ve lo
possible.
sentivate.
So with that said, though, when can folks expect to
Hai
get their
sentito una
hands on
voce
this
in
feature?
inglese?
When can they let us know what their thoughts are?
The burning question. Everyone wants to
E
know.
poi rispettivamente a me, quanto
So our
più
plan,
alto?
which is subject to change, of course, is to have it
E lui
sometime later this year on a PTB. And as with all PTBs, we'll be listening to feedback and making further adjustments before it goes live. And even once it goes live, we'll still be listening and gathering feedback to make further adjustments, just to make sure that it's as good as it can be.
Vedete che lì una volta c'era un cadavere, ora no. Mi piace come comunque ogni volta che la regia cambia completamente proprio la mappa.
But I think that's
Questo
it.
è
That's a
una
wrap for
grande
our quick
cosa,
gameplay
c'è da
updates
dire.
segment. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for joining me, Jeff, again.
Thanks for having me.
Ok, loro hanno finito di
It was a lot of
parlare
fun.
dei
If you're
bilanciamenti.
interested in learning more about this, please head on over to deadbydaylight.com after the
Ci
broadcast,
dicono che
where
se
there's going to be an
volete
in-depth
sentire
article
altro
looking at all
non
three of these topics
podcast,
in a little more detail.
questo è a
Outside
me
of that,
nuovo.
of course, more gameplay updates are coming this year, so stay tuned to our official channels to hear more news on that. Finally, our next segment is going to feature Raph and Pamela. They're going to be talking a little bit more about some highly highly anticipated
Very.
quality of life improvements that you can expect to see in the game soon.
Miglioramento
So you
della
must stick
vita.
around. You do not want to miss this.
Quello.
All right, it's time. Finally, I've been holding this in for too long. I can finally tell you
Ora
all
parlate
about
anche
our next
voi in inglese.
survivor.
Maremma.
All right then.
What I wouldn't give for a handful of pistachios.
Se devo utilizzarlo lo utilizzo.
Hi everyone. Glad
Chi è
to be
mo?
here to celebrate Dead by Daylight's 7th anniversary.
Dead by Daylight.
My name is Raphael, producer on DBD, and today I'm pleased to be with Pam as well.
Hi Raph. Hi everyone. My name is Pamela. I'm the lead UI designer on Dead by Daylight as well. And we're so happy to be here today because we want to share with you some of the great quality of life improvements that the team is working really hard for year 8.
So before we dive into the good stuff, today our goal is to give you an idea on when we plan to deliver those upcoming features. That said, you know it is, sometimes priorities and timelines can shift, but we're more dev-focused live stream than ever planned for this year. We'll make sure to keep you in the loop. All right, let's get to it. So Pam, to start, I think you have something that the community has been asking a lot.
Yes, so we all know Dead by Daylight has been live for 7 years now. And if you haven't been playing the game since the start, there's no way you charms and add-ons and items. Because we did release a lot of content back in the time. But last year we did introduce the feature called Loadout Preset, which means that
hanno detto che l'anno scorso hanno introdotto il loadout, il preset.
Right now we're so happy to say that we are building on this feature even more.
Ha detto che è molto contento comunque di questa aggiunta, di questa nuova cosa.
So on the loadout search, you're just gonna need to type in either the name of the thing you're looking for, or just a word within the description, and it will find for you instantly.
So let's say I'm looking for the perks affecting generators. I just type in generator, and voila, all the related perks will be displayed.
Exactly.
Oh, I can see how it's going to be a huge help for our players.
Yes, and not just that, we're happy to say that this feature is also going to be available in all platforms.
Allora, dovremmo vedere dove sta il
prossimo coso. To test it, because this feature is going to be available today on the PTB update that we're going to be releasing right after this broadcast.
Amazing. We really hope you're gonna enjoy.
Dopo questo, ok, ci serve l'occhio di Saruman. Sauron, hanno detto che subito dopo questa live, subito dopo questa live sarà disponibile una PTB. Ma non ho capito se è la PTB che aggiunge anche il Singularity, perché forse non è un tantino troppo presto.
And it's safe to say that at this point it's not going to be an ideal experience. So that's why with our upcoming feature, once a survivor will disconnect, an AI bot will take over so that the game can continue, and who knows, maybe this bot will be even better than the player who just disconnected. So
ma in realtà dovrebbe essere pure più facile perché stanno anche parlando molto lentamente,
Yes, and also to make sure that no one is
però quello che per gli altri è semplice per me è complicato.
As soon as a bot spawns in, every survivor and every killer on the game, they're gonna be made aware through the UI, as well as a sound cue.
Dobbiamo trovare gli
Whenever
altri
they
due
see
manifesti.
there is a survivor disconnect bot in the match they're playing.
And right now we plan to release the feature.
Io non ho capito questa cosa della disconnessione del bot.
For the next feature, if you're playing online game, I'm pretty sure you're gonna recognize what Pam is about to mention.
Yes, this is something that we are super excited because the team is really working hard in trying to come up with an entirely new type of cosmetics, so you'll be able to showcase your personality on Dead by Daylight even more. So what we're talking about here is the player cards. And what means for us on Dead by Daylight is, alongside your name, you're probably going to be able to assign a background or a banner and an icon.
Wow.
And you will be able to earn those cosmetics.
Ricordiamoci della stanza
segreta. This is where we're
ragazzi.
planning. But the idea is they're going to start as standard rewards in every tome, and we're still going to be working on other ways for you to earn those cosmetics in the future. So we're not stopping there.
That's awesome.
Non si,
Can't wait to share
non si
my
fermeranno
custom
qui.
icons and banners.
Yes.
Né ora né mai. Ma questo
One
torneo
last
prima
thing,
non era
Raph, I know you have
spalancato.
something
Nella
that
scorsa
ties
run di
everything that
ieri
we're talking about here related to improvements.
Yeah, as we said today, we constantly
Altri
working on
miglioramenti,
making DBD a
improvements.
safer, but also a more secure environment for all players. And the report system is an integral part of that. Right now, how it works, at the end of the game, if a player wants to report people because of bad conduct, hacking, or other reason, they
stanno
can.
parlando degli hacker.
But let's be honest, there is not much visibility
Porca miseria.
on that process. But it's
Ciao.
important to say that our team
Ho visto
always been
qualcosa qui,
committed
no?
to taking action on this report. Soon, thanks to our upcoming feature, the player report feedback, we will let you know when an action has been taken against a player you reported.
And also to highlight even more, not only every report that every player does is really appreciated, but we are really taking serious and having those actions done on our side.
Yeah, and as for now, we plan to release the feature over the summer.
Non credo, non le vogliono rilasciare le varie cose. Picche.
Thank you so much, Pam, for being with us today.
Thank you, Raph.
Next up, an exciting look at what lies ahead for the world of Dead by Daylight. Enjoy the rest of the
Che
broadcast.
vicia.
Ciao.
Ha detto ciao? Ma ha detto ciao? Perché è qui che c'entra Legion? Dead by Daylight prequel. Perché ora fanno pure i fumetti sta roba qua? Beh, interessante. Allora, io stiamo attenti lì perché sennò cacci miei. C'ho troppe bottigliette di venerio. Perché quelle mani patte? Sulle mani, sulle mani! Cioè, grimaldello. Cos'è questa musica così? Dead by Daylight. Scusate, io non leggo. Oh no, Dead by Daylight Mobile, lasciate. Guardatelo voi perché io non me lo guardo. And there we go. Sfonda, sfonda, sfonda. Tappa. Verbale Marco. Porca no, no, porca miseria, ragazzi. Ah, beh. Ciao ragazzi, minuti. No. Ho fumato.
I'm Stephen Mulrooney, Executive Vice President of Digital at Behavior Interactive.
La
As someone who's been
Madonna.
on Dead by Daylight since the very beginning, it's been amazing to see the ways both
Qualcuno
the game and
importante.
its community have grown. We've added a lot to DBD over the past 7 years, with a mobile game, comic books, a board game,
Ah,
crypto,
ma
and even the Dead by
non ho
Daylight movie on
sentito.
the way.
Allora lui è
We've
il
become a
direttore della
franchise with
roba
something very
mobile.
big. Today, I'm happy to announce that we're gearing up to get even bigger,
Vegan,
expanding Dead by Daylight beyond our core game and giving players more ways into the fog than ever before. To bring these new experiences to life, we're collaborating with some amazing studios, one with expertise in multiplayer games and another with expertise in interactive narratives. So with that,
qui c'è la prima-
let's hear a
c'era la
little bit
prima
more
chiave.
about what they've been up to.
Shortcut.
We're obviously all horror fans here at Supermassive,
Shortcut.
and massive fans of Dead by Daylight.
Qui c'è
Now we're
l'occhio.
thrilled to be collaborating with Behavior on a brand
prossimo
new
è
single-player interactive story game
quadri.
set in the terrifying omniverse of Dead by Daylight.
We've been working hard to blend the tension, agency, and branching storytelling of a supermassive game together with Dead by Daylight's mythology to create an intense narrative experience filled with powerful life or death choices.
Poi mi sa
Our
che
game will
oltretutto
be
è pure
set
a
outside the
pagamento di
entity's
DBD
realm
Mobile.
and feature the
Non vorrei
story of a new
stupidaggini.
cast of characters who players will follow for an unprecedented
Sta
experience
arrivando,
beyond the
so.
fog.
This is a whole new way for horror fans to experience Dead by Daylight, and we couldn't
Ma i
be more
manifesti,
excited to share it with the world.
manifestanti lì.
So stay tuned, we'll have more to reveal later this year.
It's been almost a year since Midwinter joined the Behavior family to work on a brand new project set in the Dead by Daylight universe. One of the things we love most about the world of Dead by Daylight is the infinite possibilities.
Oh,
We thought about the game's
Corona.
multiplayer action, which we love, and reimagined it in a completely new way.
Oh, guarda che ti dà dei bonus molto piccoli
and the lust
l'adrenalina.
for power. These will be present in
Prove.
both the gameplay itself and in the stories of the characters who were tempted to enter a strange new corner of the entity's realms. Our vision is to create a multiplayer PvE experience where instead of facing off against each other, up to 4 players can team up, enter another one of the
Allora,
entity's
meno
realms,
cure
and take
utilizziamo
on a
meglio
host
è,
of
secondo me.
deadly enemies that occupy it.
This project is still in very early stages. We are really excited about what we're doing and can't wait to
Vabbè,
share more as we go.
dice che questo loro progetto è ancora agli arbori, però
7 years in,
non
and the
mi
world of Dead by
interessa
Daylight has
questo
never felt
progetto.
bigger. I'm so excited that players will have 2 new ways to explore the entity's realm. There's still a lot of work to do before we'll have more to share.
Dice che ora
Just follow Dead by
creeranno le
Daylight and we'll make sure you're the
possibilità
first.
per conoscere l'entità. Grazie, non ci tenevo.
Hi everyone, I'm Xavier Echupa, art director.
Sì, però durante l'animazione lo sanno tutti.
We're super happy to be back with you today to talk about all the new exciting content coming to the Dead by Daylight store over the next year. Rose, it's been 7 years already.
Long journey.
Oh, what a long journey, what a beautiful journey. But 7
Di
years.
giovani.
Dozens of collections, thousands of cosmetics brought to life with passion and dedication by our art departments.
Cosmetici,
And
dice ora.
yeah, along the years, we provided to our players an incredible amount of options when it comes to how to represent
Ma
themselves. in the game.
seriamente?
Some would say too many.
Ma questo ce l'ha
It's a
con
lot
me.
of outfits, and more are coming.
Mamma mia,
And,
ragazzi,
and today, I think we should share more about it. You know,
Okay.
about what's coming.
We're ready to share.
Yeah. And also, we have a special guest joining us later to discuss about this unique collection we work on together. So, yeah, maybe we should start.
Okay, so Dead by Daylight is a game.
Ma
as you all
guarda
know,
come
that's
si
known for its great
appoggia!
soundtrack,
Ma non mi
and
dica che poi la
we're always on the
chiude.
lookout for opportunities to explore like the music.
No, questo è
in
incredibile,
particular,
raga.
in our cosmetics.
No,
And
ma
we have
ci
2
sono certe
collections
animazioni
coming in the
che
next
davvero
year
mi stanno
that, well,
sorprendendo.
although they've just come together
Nemmeno
and we
poco,
don't really have
direi.
any dates yet, but we really couldn't resist sharing. So there goes. First off, Dead by Daylight is
Mi stanno
partnering with
sorprendendo, però
heavy
io
metal
sto un
legends
po'.
Iron Maiden
Yes.
on a collection built around the iconic Eddie, who, well, let's be honest, he
Yeah,
fits
it is badass.
right into our game.
Che quando ha detto
right?
yes sembrava
All of the
tanto l'impero delle
cosmetics in this
palpate.
collection
Ma è solo una mia
will be
impressione.
like portraying his many album cover appearances, which are super cool. And secondly, we're thrilled to be partnering with Slipknot on a collection that showcases many
Il
of
mattone
their
non ci
trademark
serve.
masks. We'll be
Don
making
Mattone.
9 masks in total, paying tribute to some of the band's most iconic members over the years. Well, all 4 killers, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, as we said, it's really early for both of these collections, but we'll share more news as we get to work on them. What's next?
Yeah, I think it's a good time to talk about our community.
Mm.
Our community, I mean, since the beginning of Dead by Daylight,
Stanza segreta
they are super
dove
important
si
for us,
trovava,
and
non me lo ricordo
we
più.
were attached to put the spotlight on them on a unique store collection
mio, ragazzi.
since a while. Because, you know, like we have fans all around the world who are also really talented and creative artists.
For sure.
And even if it's not the first time we showcase
For
their
sure.
work in the store, organizing
The competition.
the
Yeah, we
competition,
did that
francese
before.
della Behavior che
exactly
parlai.
to appear in game, this year we would like to take it a step further and unifying our inspirations, passion, guidelines to build something new together.
Wow.
And the result of it is the artist from the Fog collection. So I remember when we asked to our community to submit their work. And
we got
hundreds,
thousands applications.
Plenty of amazing applications, and we had to select some of them. So I remember we selected 4 winners from Poland, US, Spain, Canada. There is also a 5th contributor, as you know. We'll keep it for later. Featured on that collection, but we invited them to select their favorite character. It was important, and we're super lucky because we ended up with a split of 2 survivors and 2 killers. So balance was perfect.
Cosa hanno fatto 2 survivor, 2 killer?
We met and we share with them all these things they need to know to work on our outfits, like the technical constraints, the lore,
how to mix and match,
etc. Everything they needed before giving them the really precious maximum creative freedom to start their designs. And next we did this regular follow-up with them, and we achieved beautiful and functional designs, still respecting the artist's intentions, but also our needs. And yeah, we have, it was an incredible collaboration. We have beautiful outfits. Because I think like all these creativity, these ideas, their design, they brought to our game, our fresh approach to it, new eyes. So it's, yeah, I mean, I'm super happy with the results. So thanks again for these artists to work on that collection was great.
That's great to hear.
Yes.
And also we have that
allora ragazzi, vado un
that we
attimo a
invited
soffiare il naso
ourselves
perché
to
non
be
ce
a
la
part
faccio
of the
più, vi
artist
lascio
from
la
the Fog
BA.
collection.
Yes.
She's an industry veteran, as you know, known for her fantastic work on like Okami, Bayonetta, the Evil Within series, and of course Ghostfire Tokyo. We're incredibly excited to have her joining us today to share a little bit about her designs. Welcome, Ikumi Nakamura.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi, I'm Ikumi Nakamura. Dead by Daylight のコミュニティの皆さん、こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。
Welcome, Ikumi-san.
Hi.
It's great having you here today, but before we get into the outfits you created for Dead by Daylight, we wanted to ask you first, could you share with us what draws you to horror? And like, was it something that you liked growing up? And like, what's so unique to you about creating art in this genre?
なるほど。ホラーに惹かれる理由は、私もともとお父さんが小さい頃からホラー映画とかホラーのゲームをたくさん与えられて育てられたので、正直惹かれる理由はあんまりよくわからないんです。なぜかというと、自分の体の細胞の中にホラーが染み込んでて、ホラーがあると絶対見るし、ホラーの作品があるとすごい気になっていつも見ちゃうし、でもやっぱりホラーってなんだろう、こう掘り下げていくと結局のところ人の死とか人の生きるとかが描かれていて、非常に多様性があるジャンルだなと思って惹かれるんだと思います。
Sì, ma non capisco il giapponese.
For this collection, each featuring a character that really resonates with our Japanese fans. Could you share with us what stood out the most about each of them to you?
一人はキラーの寒山鬼ですね。
彼は
呪いの消しの鬼なので、私の住む国の日本の文化を取り入れた呪詛の時に着る服をアウトフィットとして寒山流にデザインさせていただきました。で、リージョンのジュリーさんは、彼女は狂気的な学生の気持ちを持っている女の子だと思っているので、それを表すために、それも私たちの文化であるスクールガールの衣装をアウトフィットで彼女にあげてみました。でもう一人はユイで、彼女はすごくバイクを乗ってるたくましい女性だなって思って大好きなんですけれども、そんな彼女の私生活とか、彼女が原宿とか行ったらどんな格好をするんだろうっていうのが見たくて、それでデザインをしてみました。
Lag di prima categoria.
The whole process
Ah, oddio, non è vero che non sono stupidi.
キャンドルを頭につけてるんですけど、それはプレイヤーから見たら、あ、寒山が来た、隠れなきゃって分かるような目印にもなるし、ゲーム的な意味もつけてデザインにしてます。で、もう一人のジョリーさんに関しては、もともと4人で、まあリージョンじゃんだから4人デザインしたらいいのかなと思って4人デザインしちゃったら1人でいいですって言われて、ああ分かりましたって言ってジョリーさんをデザインさせていただいて、で今80年代とか70年代のポップカルチャーが非常に世界的にも流行しているので、そこの時に生きていた学生さんといえば、ヤンキーと好きなんだと思ってそのアウトフィットを彼らにあげました。でユイに関してはまあ、女の子のじゃないですか。だから彼女のなんか本当私生活できるのをすごく見たいと思ったのがまず第一で、そのまあいつもはバイカーの衣装を着てるからわからないんですけど、実際彼女が可愛いを着てきた時にまあどれだけキラキラる姿が見れるのかもっと見たかったので、比較的薄着にして、彼女がキラから逃げやすいように動きやすいようにしてスポーティーなスタイルを取り入れました。
Well, thanks again for joining us today, Kumi-san. The outfits look really amazing, and we can't wait for fans around the world to enjoy them. So the artists from the Fog collection, featuring work from Ikumi Nakamura, will be available in the Dead by Daylight in-game store this summer.
Oh, one more thing. I have a last announcement.
What?
And it will be a nice piece of nostalgia for any long-time fans of Behavior. Because we have our team, our big team, and an important part of this team worked on a game a long time ago named Naughty Bear.
Oh my god.
Naughty Bear, Naughty Bear. You know, this game featured a bear living in this happy community of bears, but he's going on a murderous rampage after they didn't invite him to a party. I mean, what an iconic character, super interesting, and we were attached to bring it to the game since a while, and I'm super happy because now we're finally doing it.
Players have been asking for it.
Yeah, I know, and it's coming soon. This year it's coming.
Wow.
And we will attach
servirebbe, lo
cosmetic. It will be part of the trapper. Una siringa di adrenalina. Il problema è che ho perso completamente di vista to see him, like, dove.
Thank
you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed all these announcements, all the upcoming outfits coming this year.
Ah sì, ora stavano parlando, scusate se ho smesso di fare introduzione con altro, però mi ero impegnato a non morire sia nella realtà che nel gioco, B a comprendere qua, C a rispondere a una persona e D comunque quelli erano il concept art per le collaborazioni che faranno con alcune serie TV, da quello serie TV, altri giochi, queste cose qua.
Alright, this time for real. Okay.
Tornato Matthew? Matthew. Sì, l'ha chiamato Matt.
What's so hard? We've been doing this for 5 years together.
Do it right now. 2 minutes.
Wait
Seriously.
No.
Hey there, I'm Sarah Robinson. I'm one of the associate art directors on Dead by Daylight. I help out with a number of areas of the game, but events are definitely one of my favorites.
Porca miseria!
I'm Gene Escalante, a senior game designer on Dead by Daylight.
Gene Calante, capito?
And I'm so glad that I get to be here with Sarah, as 7 years ago, when I first became a fan of DBD, she helped me get my very first tattoo, which was altruism, just 2 months after the game's release. Thank you.
No problem, happy. Okay, so Gene, there's lots to celebrate this year. And we're kicking things off early this year with a month of in-game activations leading up to the anniversary event. So tell us more about these activations.
Exactly. So each week we will be celebrating a different 2-year period of Dead by Daylight's history. So that'll include characters, maps, and mechanics that were introduced during those periods. So for example, week 1 will be featuring the Blood Hunts, Week 2 will then be doubling the rift fragments for your rift pass, and in week 3 we will be inviting you, the player.
No, no, non vale però, dai, su. Cioè, ogni cosa subisce la... Vabbè, dai, su, raga.
We'll be doing giveaways for previous anniversary.
Cioè, che so scemi quell'arte. No, no, non ci provare.
Twisted Masquerade was a huge
Cioè, tutti quanti gli altri poveri cristiani subiscono la bottigliata in testa, lui no, lui speciale. Troppe bottigliate in testa, allora.
Has actually stepped out of the shadows
Era
this
subito
year
da piccolo.
and has lent their certain
Ma
special
mo
kind
parlano
of
delle
decorating
vere.
skills to our in-game event. What can players expect to see?
Well, the host has introduced a lot of various artworks throughout various areas of the game, so you'll definitely want to check those out. And yeah, Father Campbell's chapel has gone through a complete masquerade makeover, and it looks incredible. But this host seems to have brought along some mysterious masked figures. What are these like weird ghostly spirits? Who or what are they? If you want to find out, you're going to have to take a closer look.
Speaking of masked figures, we're bringing back Masquerade Mask this year. We have 12 new masks for 12 new characters. But getting your hands on them last year was a little tricky. For killers, you had to make it through your trial. And for survivors, you had to
29 maschere
actually make it through the exit gate.
per 20 personaggi diversi.
Well, the invitations that came out
Mannaggia lui, credevo che era qualcuno di
this time
proprio...
invitations will be holding charges, and you'll use those charges to kind of mess with the opposition while you're in chase.
Io vorrei scassinare quel dannato coso.
What you'll be able to do is block the window vaults so the killer can't pursue you, and you'll also be able to spawn a pallet, which can be used in an emergency, but it'll break right upon use. Killers, on the other hand, they'll be able to reduce the impact of a stun, remotely break a pallet or a breakable wall, and survivors better watch out about this one. They will be able to inflict the exposed status effect on you once they've reached a tier of bloodlust. But in order to get your cosmetics, you will need to make sure that you are holding onto at least one charge by the time that an exit opens, and that's either the exit gate or the hatch. So our players are going to have to decide what is ultimately more important to them: exhausting the charge to help them in time of need, or getting that brand new mask.
Oh, it's such a tough choice.
Sì, ma c'è la cosa di una
But I love the players have
moffetta
a
morta,
mechanic now where they
dici.
can gain these masks without having to escape the trial. So
Poi ora
beyond the
sto
masks,
tutto
we have a
sfanculato
number
con la
of
sanità
excellent
mentale.
unlockable cosmetics as part of the Twisted Masquerade event tome, including
No, no,
two
sbrighiamoci
brand new
perché non
outfits.
voglio prendere un altro
Last year,
voto
our
basso
guests
per
of honor
colpa
were
della
Hattie
sanità
and the
mentale.
Dredge as part of our Roots of Dread chapter. But this year, we're highlighting two fan favorites, Nia and the Hillbilly. We also have a number of playfully chaotic charms for you to collect. It's worth noting, though, that all of last year's cosmetics, masks, outfits are going to be available in the store. So if you
Come nello
missed out on
store?
anything, now's your chance to go collect
Mannaggia.
them.
Exactly, and keeping track of their collections is going to be much easier this year. So the event pop-up now is multi-tab. So you'll be able to find a collection tab and a store tab. In the collection tab, you'll find anything that can be earned through event gameplay or through the event tome.
Ah, ok, ora sarà possibile vedere un tab dove ti farà vedere le ricompense ottenibili tramite gameplay e quelle lì tramite shop.
Ghostface outfits, which are brand new Twisted Masquerade outfits. So
Come? Non la posso vedere ora?
Got one more thing coming as part of the anniversary event, don't we, Gene? This year, we're debuting a new kind of challenge condition: random perks.
Oh, ma figo che
This is
sei.
exactly what it sounds like. You roll the proverbial dice, and your loadout is equipped with those random perks. So this is a condition you might see on challenges that ask you to heal a survivor or down a survivor, for example. And last but not least, we're bringing back community challenges. So this is a great time for the whole community to get together, to work
Io non ho
together and
capito quanta
unlock
stabilità
additional
mentale c'ho
rewards.
io.
Exactly, Sarah. And we will be there, ready to support you guys through those community challenges. So make sure to stay tuned, and don't forget that the road to anniversary content starts today.
And that is a wrap on the 7th anniversary show for Dead by Daylight and another year of content reveals. Thank you so much for joining us and spending your day with us here. It's been as exciting as I hoped it would be. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Ci sarà l'omaggio finale di Matthew Cody e
transmission is live right now. So if you're on PC, you can jump over and start testing out things that were just revealed in the show. It's pretty special. So thanks once again to our dev team back at the studio. Thanks. Oh, right.
I have one last thing, seriously, before we finish. I know we had some great reveals today, but
No,
I have
ma le
one
apre
last thing that
subito.
I'm super thrilled to talk about. We are welcoming into the fog this year someone, I mean, it's a brand new survivor, like we've never done before. He's an amazing actor with a career that spans decades. He's done everything, all the greatest movies you've ever seen. He's been in the horror world for a while with cult classics to cosmic horror. He will be joining the fog this summer. We're so excited to have him with us.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination. It can shape the fabric of reality, transforming everything you may think you know.
Mi servirebbe... Dove pensi di andare? Pam.
Is a failure to appear. Guilty.
Ah, ok, vorrebbe... Pensavo che era un one shot. Ma è one shot!
And they come for you.
No, no, lascia perdere. Fulminata come una lampadina! My name is Dottor Frizzino! No, no, no.
You got another thing
No, no,
coming.
no, no, no. Chi ti conosci, come direbbero in Calabria? No. No, 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 ma chi vi conosce? Dai, su, stavolta almeno una B. Ok, comunque. Trapper 7. Guardiamocelo. Ma è finita? Oh no. Ah, sì, è carino. Tanto ci sarà qualcuno che... E basta, tutto qui. Allora, questa cattura finestra ve lo posso pure levare. Questo cattura audio è sempre di DBD e ve lo posso levare. Ok. Sì, per il momento ancora niente cross platform. B 55 minuti, ma con ora. Wow. Abbiamo fatto un po' più di cose decenti, però. abbiamo ridotto di un sacco il quantitativo di cure. Secondo me quello ha influito, fidatevi. Secondo me quello ha influito. Ma non ho visto le ricompense.
I said jump, and you jumped. But what I need is somebody who, when I say jump, says, how high? Can you be my how high?
Sì. Io quello qui pare, non mi ho fregato bene. Braccio di ferro. Ah, c'è pure il braccio di ferro. Ok, non mi sembra però che mi abbia dato una ricompensa. Peccato. Allora, fatemi chiudere. Allora, fammi uscire qui dal menu principale. Quindi c'è ora? Possiamo entrare in game e via l'evento oppure no? Non ho capito, non mi dite che... Oddio, spero che esca l'anniversario ora, perché solitamente è così. O non è uscito e esce il 24 come avevo sentito io. Sì, ma se così fosse, ragazzi, Belin. Allora, se così fosse, niente di DBD. Se così fosse. Quindi aspettiamo un attimo, lo sto avviando. Se non c'è l'evento, cioè... Ah, su, che presa in giro sarebbe. Ah, ecco, quindi l'avevo capita bene, stavo un attimo leggendo qui. Quando un player quitterà su DBD, verrà sostituito da un bot. Oltretutto hanno messo ora la possibilità di fare una ricerca direttamente per quanto riguarda le cose. Cioè, per i perk prima era difficile prenderli magari per i player o comunque trovarli. Ora invece sarà più facile. Comunque no, ragazzi, mi sa che... No, mi sa che non c'è attualmente. Perché stavo vedendo le varie maschere disponibili. Che ce n'è una per il Blight che è bellissima. E c'è anche quella di The Singularity. Se c'è quella di The Singularity vuol dire che non c'è l'evento. Che... E quindi che esce a giugno? Io pensavo che usciva ora l'evento. Cioè, tu non mi puoi buttare così in mezzo, incaciare l'evento e poi non me lo fai uscire. Ma poi vabbè, forse non ho manco sentito io quando ho detto che faranno uscire l'evento. Perché ero troppo impegnato, però... Cioè, benino. Ah, se così fosse quello... no, non c'è infatti. No, non c'è. Però vedi, per Bacco. Oggi era solo il broadcast. Vedi. Allora, se è così, DBD ci giocheremo quando uscirà l'evento, quindi lo cerco un attimo al volo perché... Ma mi sa che uscirà quando uscirà anche Killer. Il 13 giugno? Allora non l'ho sentito io. Ero troppo impegnato a cercare di fare... Anniversario... Uscire... È il 13 giugno, sì. Vabbè. Cioè il 13 giugno è effettivamente l'anniversario perché è uscito proprio il gioco il 13 giugno. Però l'anno scorso l'avevano fatto uscire prima l'evento o dopo, ora non me lo ricordo. Però sì, oltretutto mi ricordavo che il 13 usciva il capitolo nuovo perché l'hanno detto, quello l'ho sentito. Però non avevo sentito di quando usciva l'evento in gioco. Io ero sicuro che usciva oggi perché giustamente solitamente quando fanno il broadcast fanno uscire anche il gioco e fanno uscire anche l'evento. Però forse è uscita la PTB. No, non è uscita la PTB. Quella proprio non ho sentito quando hanno detto, però parla anche... Forse la PTB.
Io sono Cristina Di Cagno e questo è la libraia tascabile.
Quello del capitolo 28, quindi il prossimo è 23 maggio, sì. Per il capitolo 28, il 23 maggio la PTB. Invece il tutto uscirà il 13 giugno. Mamma mia, ragazzi. Vabbè, almeno stiamo tranquilli che io non ho problemi scolastici. Siamo tutti più sereni. Allora... Nel frattempo, vabbè, comunque questo sì, lo posso lasciare come VOD. Però a saperlo prima... Pensavo, avevo fatto tutti quei casini in organizzazione. Ma a questo punto quello che vi dico è... Io ora mi riposo un attimo, vi lascio cenare a voi e ci becchiamo alle 22 con Outlast Trials. E giochiamo a quello fino a mezzanotte, quindi ci facciamo 2 orette. E quindi quella. E quindi nient'altro. Allora, detto questo, quindi ci salutiamo. Quella del 23 sì, la PTB ve la porto e poi lo riporto quando uscirà l'evento con anche il killer, che vedrò se il PTB mi piacerà, magari vedo di farci un pensierino e me lo compro. Quello è il problema. E vabbè, detto questo, quindi io per il momento vi saluto, vi auguro una buona cena per chi deve cenare ancora o comunque ve l'auguro lo stesso se avete già cenato e ci becchiamo più tardi verso le 2, almeno mi riposo un'oretta e 20 che davvero sto a pezzi e spero che comunque vi sia divertiti a vedermi mentre giocavo senza emozioni alla run di ieri. E vabbè, abbiamo fatto meglio di ieri perché ieri avevamo fatto C addirittura, o era D. Vabbè, ABCD, Dio. E beh, siamo saliti di un bel po', di 2. Vabbè, a più tardi guys e vi aspetto. Bella bella.